about ready to run them up.
These two aircraft were built by the Beech Craft Corporation of Kansas, and these were known as the Kansans.
Right. The Beech Craft C-45 Expeditors.
Jordan Brown is flying one of them. It's owned by both Jordan and his wife, Nikki Brown, from Terre Haute. They are the organizers of a great air show in Terre Haute.
But it weighed in at a whopping just under 5 tons.
Bombardier A and I was Bombardier B. We would take turns filming each other for the critique afterwards.
I did not know that, but the bombardier training was very important because the Americans had a very, very important, highly classified device known as the Norden bomb sight.
And 90% of all Bombardier navigators trained in this style aircraft right here with a glass nose for the Bombardier training.
Some of you may be old enough to remember a television show from the 1950s starring a guy who was a great singer, believe it or not, but an actor by the name of Kirby Grant.
When it started, he was flying what was known as a Cessna T-50 Bobcat.
Cessna T-50 Bobcat had 2 radial piston engines, Jacobs 300 horsepower motors on it. Aircraft that we are going to see here today, and Jordan was able to jump in a plane, get the parts necessary, get it fixed so we would see one of these special airplanes fly here today. Low and to the left.
You folks, you just don't know how good you have it. Unless you go to an air show and are back 500.
Give them away.
Beautiful airplane. Pretty. Oh, here, coming on the right.
You've all heard of a Learjet, I know. Before the Learjet was the Beech 18 as far as corporate aircraft were concerned. That and the Douglas DC-3. If something today lights a spark in your mind and your heart, and you might be interested in becoming a pilot, you don't have to be 18 years old. You don't have to be 40 years old. You don't have I don't recall, maybe Nikki Brown, Jordan's wife, could tell me how many gallons of gas that uses an hour.
A lot more than it takes for you and I to drive home.
That's right. That's very, very true. But if they decide they want to go home, they will be in Terre Haute in less than an hour.
That's true. They will.
Have you ever designed any amphibious airplanes?
One.
Which one?
On the runway, getting ready to take off here in just a moment, is a very, very unique airplane. Grumman Ironworks, Grumman Aircraft up on Long Island, was responsible for the design of so many important airplanes over the course of the last 100 years.
Make them actually amphibious, so cool. Or like just make them wide.
But this is the Grumman Albatross, a flying boat, an amphibian, suitable for flying off the ground or tucking its landing gear up and landing directly on the water and taking off from the water. Doing a run-up. Each of the cylinders has 2 spark plugs, and to test them, they turn off the magnetos, turn off one, turn off the other, make sure the engines are running at peak efficiency, so when they run them up and get ready to release the brakes, they got all the thrust needed to get it up into the air.
Magnetos are pretty cool.
The Grumman Iron Works up on Long Island developed a number of very important aircraft during World War II. The Wildcat, the Bearcat, the Tiger Cat, the Hellcat, and this one, the Albatross. At the controls of the HU-16 Albatross. In 1962, it returned to active duty, carrying out combat rescue duty in Vietnam.
Is he quiet?
Oh, he's in the room by himself.
became the Hartzell Propeller Company.
And it still employs people today making propellers.
That is so cool. The Hartzell Propeller Company from Piqua, Ohio, built on
Boy, Dave, you and I and Jim have had the opportunity to be up there at their Friends of Hartzell Air Show for me, I have going on more than 30 years.
And one of the great historical points about that company is the generations of employees that have worked there and still work there, as the Hartzell Propeller Company still continues to this day to make great propellers for people like, well, our friends the readers in
That's
redline
right.
airships from the left.
And my airplane, my little airplane, RB, also a Hartzell propeller. By another Warbird. Now it's
In May 1942, a bazooka was a musical instrument. In June 1942, it became a rocket gun. The bazooka is famous for more than its purely American nickname. One American soldier with one shot from a bazooka knocked out a German fort, causing its surrender. Another Yank armed with a bazooka knocked out 2 Japanese tanks.
And how to become involved? tswm.org. We'll be back with the Mustang, the Kitty Hawk, the Mitchell, and more for you here at the Tri-State Warbird Museum Showcase.
No, I've looked at it a lot.
Was it a local fan who did a PDY a while ago? He did that step on him pretty well.
That was pretty good. That was like before, like,
It was local fan Master Series before Overstreet did.
you know that one right there? The really nice PDY Catalina.